always, all the time, every effort that you do. So I'm recording for the ones that are not here, just to have this another tool to help you. So let me go here real quick with the chapter 15. And this is managing teams. It says chapter 15 because it's the lesson 15 in the book, but we are in the week 13. And remember, I told you your book is there in your dashboard. You just have to click and you can download, or go to lesson and the book is there. If you go to every lesson, the book is uploaded, so you don't have to worry. Managing teams, click on here, and below the presentation, your textbook is there with everything. So, yes. What else you have? No comments, nothing. So we saw this one last time, motivation and performance. Motivation and performance, motivating your team to have the best results. And we make some work with that. You did that too. Let's keep going here with managing teams. You see here environment with this team in doing sports. So here we have the teamwork in the workplace. Some of you, I know you are more attracted to work alone than in teamwork. I know. You can tell me, what do you think? You can put it on the chat if you want. What is your preference about working in team or working alone? Or working in both is not a problem for you, maybe? I don't know. Tell me. Some of you usually, when I ask, tell me you like to work alone, or some of you say team, but usually alone, right? And I know working team, especially when we are in the school, and also you have your commitments, a lot of commitments, I know. So it's hard to get away with the team system, right? And also in the virtual environment. In the virtual environment, it's tough, it's hard, right? To maintain the teamwork. If you wanna say, what do you prefer, work by yourself or working team? Tell me. So I would like to hear your voice on that. So that's why we are talking about this today. So we say that we are in the knowledge economy. So knowledge economy, economy of the information. Let's call it different, right? The information, the knowledge. No, so that's why team get important, because all this knowledge that you have, in your case, you as a student, as professional here and outside this country too, all of this experience that you have make this team, if we can call this a team for now, we are stronger. Let's say this way, stronger, right? So, sorry. Tell me, what do you prefer, team or by yourself? What is your favorite? Sorry, your favorite way to work? What do you prefer, to work by yourself or in team? What do you think? So we have a working group, and when we say working group, similar, right? Similar words, but when we say team, it's because we are focused in a project, usually. We have a project in common, okay? In the working group, maybe we can have different objectives. That's the team. But at the end, I mean, it's very easy to say the same word for both, so. Okay, so let's keep going here. When we are in the team, emotional intelligence is an aspect that we take care dealing with the different cultures or different ways that the people have. That's why we need emotional intelligence. Sometimes we want to react, and our ego destroys us sometimes. Somebody wanna say something. Sana, working in team is better. Sana say. Oh, let me see what she said. Um, she said working in team is better. I prefer because many brain give their inputs. And she said a strength of many people can compensate the weakness and make possible to complete the goal. Awesome, Sana. Thank you so much. And actually, this is exactly what we need to say in this class. So thank you for making the class faster and easier. Exactly like she said, right? So the different point of view and the different opinions make our group strong. And what Sana said also help us to understand the emotional intelligence because we need that to deal with the different individuals. If some of you want to keep writing, what do you think, or talking, tell me if you prefer to work by yourself or in group, by yourself or in group. I think Sana liked the teamwork, so that's why she put this. Ground rules. What is that? The rules of the team, in simple words, the rules that the team have. So that's why you and me, you as a leader and as manager, we specify. We need sometimes to specify the rules, right? The rules of the team. Actually, it's very important. How did you notice when you make a group? For example, sometimes you are in WhatsApp groups. Actually, we have kind of WhatsApp group. So, but everybody is very respectful. So we don't need to get into too many things, but always the rules are important, you know. So collaboration is what happens when we are in a teamwork. Like Sana explained us kind of the structure. So collaboration, it's important because all of these perspectives cooperate with each other. So to have a teamwork, we need collaboration because if nobody, let's say sometimes that happened to you, that you have some teachers put you to working team and you realize that some people is not collaborating. Maybe they are shy, maybe they are busy, maybe they just relay that somebody will do and no collaboration. So now the team is not working properly. Have you had experience like that in the past in any kind of group that you have been, that you find that you are doing everything, for example, or maybe you find yourself that you are not doing nothing because you don't feel comfortable, or maybe you don't feel part of the group, you feel some limitations that you put in your mind. I don't know. We have different, process in our life. I have been in teams that I work like everything. I feel alone doing everything, or in some teams that I did something with somebody else, but some people were not participating. Or maybe I was in teams where I remember exactly when I was in high school, a team that I didn't work. I didn't work. I feel like no. I remember that my situation in my mind, I didn't feel I don't understand nothing. I don't know what to do. So I always remember that because that was an occasion where I didn't collaborate, period. And that happened. And I remember I told you it was in high school and we were doing some mathematical problems. And honestly, I didn't, I don't, I now a long time ago, I still feel I didn't collaborate as I suppose. And also, I remember another story. Another thing was two-person. We were in university, in the bachelor. I was like 16, 17 years old. And I saw this girl, this other classmate, and she always came late. She was like working. When you look at her, you think that she was busy. So because she was, taking this public transportation, running around, always sweaty, always hyperventilating, so nervous, right? So she wanted to do something with me, like a assignment they put in group. So I see her, I say, this lady gonna be a headache for me because I see her so like running, a busy person. So I don't think we can collaborate together in this teamwork. And what happened? Big surprise. She told me to do the work together. I say, let me see, whatever. So couple days later, I did with her. Tara, awesome, awesome. We did beautiful work together. So I always think people, the prejudgment, it's something that we need to be aware of. Prejudgment, stereotyping, or whatever name you want to put. Careful, careful, because so people can give you surprise in a positive and negative way. Yes, we are humans. We all make mistakes, but something important to think. So relationship focus, what is that? And task focus, what you see on the screen are the different stages of the team. Forming, the group is starting. Storming, now everybody's like with different idea, like adapting, right? But then we say norming, everybody now it's like getting into the group and then performing better. So now we are a team that is working properly. So this is a analysis of the model for the team development. That's what you see on the screen. Okay, so forming, storming, norming, performing. Maybe we won't remember all of these stages like that, but it's important that you remember that the groups have different levels, stage, and it's part of the process. So every time you feel like you don't adapt, you are kind of stressed, remember adaptation, forming, right? Like, let's say now you are more adapt, including myself. I'm more adapt with the system that we have here in the class. But then once the semester is over and I start to do something different, and then I start to, it's a whole process. Everything you do, it is applied for every single thing. When you move, and you know about that, right? When you move your country, when you get married, some of you are in that program right now. So when you have children, new babies, some of you are in that program too, or you adapting to new challenges, new jobs, or any other challenge that you have in your life. It's the same. So every time you find yourself in this stress, or you don't feel like you are adapted to something, remember, think about this. Okay, it's a process. I am in the middle of the hurricane. Once the hurricane gets quiet, now I'm gonna get there. It's a process. Again, I repeat, everything is a process. It's temporary. Every time you have a bad moment in your life, including professional or personal, remember it's temporary. And you're gonna get there. As soon as you have good attitude, people, your attitude will take you to everywhere. It is fundamental, your attitude, how you face it. I know it's not easy to deal with changes, to deal with a language that is not your language that you were born. Many challenge, right? But again, ego, ego is something that we need to use it in our favor. Ego, these things that the human have to be the best, to have this and the other. This kind of feeling, keep it for to work for you. Okay, just it's not what you feel or what you think. It's not that it's wrong. It's just that use it in your favor. Even if you angry, when you are angry, you are so angry. This angry, it's good. It's your angry, good. I'm angry. Okay, use this feeling for know yourself and use it in your favor. I hope it can be understandable what I'm saying, but we're gonna keep talking the same as soon as we keep growing, right, in our life. But yes, it's important to use your feelings in your favor. No, don't charge yourself like I'm doing this wrong. It's okay. You have this. You're going to work on this and use it in your favor. So here again, the same, what you see on the screen is the evolution of the teams. So now you see how when the team is getting better, is performing. So then we need to see all of these concepts, because you as manager, director, business owner, part of any organization that you will have in your hands, it's something we need to have in mind, right? To have in mind when we are dealing with humans. Deal with humans it needs some skills, of course. We need a skill, so that's why we study this kind of process in the organization. And it doesn't matter what kind of organization we are dealing, non-profit, for-profit, educative, retail, church, religion, it doesn't matter, right? We're going to have difference with other. We have to take breed sometimes with the community that we serve. If you make your foundation is on serving what you are doing, it's gonna be okay. As soon as you know yourself and understand the others. Long story, right? But an idea. So we're gonna keep going here with this word that I am sure this is too tiny for you. This is too tiny here. The word says paradox. What is that? Paradox is a dilemma, that you have a dilemma when you are dealing with teams. That's my comment. Admit. Okay. So if you people don't feel shy, tell me what you think. Maybe you have scary stories with teams or funny stories. Tell me those. I will love to hear your opinion. Maybe you prefer to work by yourself. It's not wrong. It's nothing wrong on that. Or if you prefer to work with teams, it's nothing wrong. It's your preference, and it's okay. The goal, the goal is that I will love to obtain from you is that you are real flexible and can adapt yourself and be comfortable in both areas. Of course, sometimes you will be more comfortable by yourself, sometimes with teams, but my goal and my dream is that all of you can show this awesome skills and abilities, and all of these spiritual skills that you have will help you to do a better job. It doesn't matter how, where you are, if you are the owner of the company, or if you are the founder or the CEO or the director, or you are doing any kind of job, you imagine any, even if it's simple labor, it doesn't matter, people, because as soon as you are committed, don't worry, your time you're gonna get there. You're gonna get to the place that you want as soon as you enjoy the path, as soon as you enjoy the process. But you have to enjoy the process now, today, 4:59 p.m., April 5, 2023. You have to enjoy it now. Yeah, we are in April. So as soon as you enjoy this process in this moment, that's what you want to get to the places that you want to be. But we need to understand ourselves and be grateful, because I know I tell you this over and over and over, but think about you 5 years ago. Think about you 5 years ago. You were dreaming with this, and now you're dreaming with something else, because this is the human nature. No, I have to keep going. I have to keep going. I have to do this. I want this. I want that. I want that. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. So that's good to understand this concept. Paradox is when you are in this dilemma. Oh, I'm going to do this. It's good for my team. But if I do this, it's good for me as individual. So what is the best to do? So that's when you are in this situation, right? when we need to think, double think, triple think about what is the best way to deal with our interests, but also to serve the things that we have in our hand. Here, what you see, it's called a triangle of relationship. What is that? The balance between your relationship with your team and your individual person. Because remember, here in this class, I have a group. You are a class now. We are together here. I wish learning from each other, right? But also you are individuals. It's not a student. It's Chamnan, it's Mayra, it's Alfredo, all of your names, Nurudin. So you are individuals with your own commitments, with your own dreams, your own situations. Some of you, you all have a whole world. It is kind of common in some cases, but you have your own individual interests and different cases, right? So that's the thing. See you as individuals too, not only as a group. Boundaries are the limit you set up in your teams, and also you as individual. Things that you maybe don't allow that happen. Something I learned as soon as I getting more age. Before, when in my case, right, I was younger, I didn't set up limits in anything, like whatever the people want, right? No, but then you learn as soon as you keep having experience in this wonderful life that we have. You learn how to, things that you can allow and things you cannot. And the same in the professional area, right? Source of conflicts. It's part of the life. Actually, conflict management is a class that I want to provide for you next semester, because it's, we need this kind of perspective, right? So conflict management, it's another interesting topic that we will be working in the next months. Meaning, what is that? When we are covering the mistakes or the problems, when we are covering the problems in the team, that's what they call a meaning. For example, here in this group, some of you have, I don't know, you are angry with something I did in the class. Maybe I say something that you were not agree or you didn't like or something like that. So I cover that. I don't give importance and we keep going. That's what they want to say with that. Okay. So here are more responses to conflict. I was telling you that look at yourself, also always observant of your attitudes, because sometimes you can ask yourself, this is my ego or this is because I am trying to get the best interest for the group. I know it's not hard, it's hard. So here you see in the screen responses to conflict. For example, you can say that you adapt to the situation, or you wait to answer, or you think about what to do, okay? Or maybe you take, let's say we take, bad attitude with, look at this, RU library, RU team. So yes, that was something they were doing in the library, because, the university wanna put the library cute, nice for you. So that's why I was receiving this message. And actually, another funny story, they had a teamwork in the in the library. When I came, I say, no, I'm leaving, I have to give a class. So no good team worker. I leave because I wanted to teach to my student, and that's it. So another thing that can happen, okay? So they were working there in the library. Team diversity, something that you are experts on that, on the diversity. I don't think you will have any kind of situation dealing with diversity, because you understand the situation when we have different perspectives, cultures, different opinions, religions, beliefs, which is awesome to have diversity. Actually, the statistics say that a team that have diversity, when we say diversity, we can say ladies, gentlemen, all of that, for example, to give you a variable, right? So those teams that have diversity, or they are balanced in terms of gender, culture, etc., those teams are more successful than other teams that, for example, are just ladies, just gentlemen, just this culture, etc. Those teams are more success. So it's not me. The statistics say that teams that are more diverse, and you can see here what I'm showing in the screen is the same, and you can read it by yourself if you want. I mean, I wish that you read it too, right? So this information here say the same, that as soon as you have diversity, more success. So that's something good to know, because we are here in this country contributing with the diversity in every single thing you do. It doesn't matter if you are in your home or if you are doing something else, you are contributing. So multicultural teams, we don't need long explanation on that. People from different cultures, and that's what that means we have. So here, what you're seeing on the screen, these different words: adaptation. We were talking about this when you are trying to engage with the group, right? And then there is something here you can see: a structural intervention and managerial intervention. What is that? So managerial intervention is, for example, like the school, let's say Reformed University, take a decision without the participation. In this case, let's put the student, right? The customers that you are. So without intervention of the customer. So that's, let's use this as an example, okay? Maybe it's not the perfect, but it's something like that. Managerial take the action and no involvement of the team. In this case, that's what we have to say. For example, some things that the school have to do that they are obligated to do. No, we don't have choice. The school doesn't have choice, no choice. So a structural intervention, it's more working to manage the conflict of the team. For example, we can say, okay, now the leader will be this person, because we need to make some structural changes because we are having some conflicts, for example, right? So cultural intelligence, what is that? When you say emotional intelligence and cultural intelligence, you can ask yourself, it's the same, right? Emotional, think about emotions, feelings, how you deal with that when you have a group. Cultural is the intelligence that we develop when we have knowledge about the different perspective in the culture. So it can be confused, but remember, one is with the emotion and the other is with the background. Let's say background, so it's better to see. And you can see here the explanation of that. People from different, actually it's mentioning some of your countries here in the example, India, Brazil, so different studies that have been doing with countries from around the world. And that's why I mention all the time the globe study. We mentioned that before. A globe study is research that was done with people from all over the world, including people from your own countries, Hispanics, Brazilians, from India, other countries, involved 250 researchers working on the globe. But yes, something we mentioned before, so we don't need to talk about all of this right now. What you are seeing right now, it's all of this dealing with the conflict in the different teams. So how we can manage. So what else you have here? We are done. This is everything in this chapter. So that's what you see. These words that you are looking on the web, on the screen, are the terms that we were talking about today: adaptation, boundaries. Remember the limits. Okay, a cognitive complexity, the ability to analyze situation, understand. When you hear that word cognitive, it's about the knowledge. So put it this way. Okay, exit is when you let go a team member. That's what that means. Let me go before I go do anything. Somebody had Deborah. Sorry about the late. I had problem with my connection. Yes, Deborah, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about that. Okay, let me show you something. Week 13, complete the activity. So a lot of you did it. A lot of 37% did it. So it's a high amount of people for now. So here, look at this. This is our assignment for this week. Don't wait too long because the semester is almost over. So the answer is, if you don't have diverse group of people on your team, remember, you can answer this now, but you don't have to. This is for until the semester is over, okay? 21st April. But don't wait too long because then you will have final tests with other teacher and many things, okay? So if you don't have a diverse group of people on your team, how you can ensure that you will have robust discussion and decision making? So how you can help? At least give me one paragraph, right? No one sentence with couple words. Give me one paragraph, 5 sentences, something I can see your development. If you don't have a diverse group, how you can ensure that you will have robust discussion? Encouraging them to talk, like I try to do with you, and it's hard. So how you can help your team to be better when you don't have enough participation, let's say this way. You don't have diverse group, how you can help them to express their opinion. That's it. What you will do as manager. Second, what techniques you can use to generate conversation from different perspectives. For example, you can use as a resource stories of you showing your humanity, showing you as you are a manager, owner, etc. But show to them your humanity, that you make mistakes, that you are learning, that I try to model you this part in some way. So if they feel your humanity, you can make them be open and stimulate your team to express themselves. Okay, so how do you think that diverse group will perform on the development of the decision generated? So your opinion here is based how a group that is diverse, like us, let's say, for example, a group diverse like us can help in the decision-making process. So remember that we say that the teams that are more diverse are proven by the statistics they are more effective. So they take better decisions, they develop better sales, they have more results, engagement with customer, and they obtain more preference of the client, of the customer. Because if you have, let's say, for example, in Reformed, I tell you this before, if you have we have a huge amount of community here from Brazil, from India. And I told you, what about Pakistan? What about if the school have a team designated to take care of this population? Sometimes you tell me, yes, I want to do it. Yes, the school don't have this program yet. But imagine that we can have this. Let's do this. Let's work on these people. So what about if we can do that? The school, maybe we won't fit in the school, because you see people talking your own language. This is wonderful, and you will feel more welcome, and you will like to stay in the school forever, make your friends stay, because there is people that take care of them in their own language. So all of these things happen in every kind of organization. if we have diverse teams. And it's proven by statistics that it works. It works. Okay, so this is an idea. I don't know what you think, if you feel that this is something achievable. I know you can do it, but tell me, what do you think? I'm going to stop the recording because we don't need to record anymore. But yeah, tell me. I'm going to stop because we don't need this. But tell me, what do you think? Manage recording, and we are done with the lesson 13. Stop recording. So